Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is the 5:30 News on KPAX, Montana's news leader.
Good evening, I'm Jill Valley. Dennis Bragg is off tonight. Well, winter is causing some difficult driving conditions across the region and much of the state. The snow just keeps on falling on and off across western Montana, much of which is under a winter storm warning. First responders have been scrambling today, dealing with numerous crashes in the area, and we are just in the beginning of a multi-day snow event expected to bring possibly dangerous travel conditions. So for the latest, let's check in now with Chief Meteorologist Aaron Yost, who's in the Storm Tracker Weather Center.
Yeah, dangerous, if not impossible, travel conditions, especially for those of us north of Interstate 90. Now, this is Hamilton a short while ago, our First Security Bank ICAM. This is one place where we do have the potential for a rain-snow mix. Now, because of that and the warmer air moving in, our snow totals for the Bitterroot, especially the southern end, going to be a lot less than this big blockbuster storm we're indicating for everybody else. But here it is. It's already starting. Notice off to the west, we've got that warmer air moving in, a rain-snow mix already happening for some folks that direction. For us, the bottom line, what you need to know, we are looking at a ton of snow in the mountains. We're going to be measuring it in feet. Several inches will fall across the northwest quarter of the state, whereas further south you go, you might start to talk that mix. I've got so much more coming up in your full forecast. The time frame we're watching, though, Friday afternoon into Saturday morning.
And this is handy, especially this weekend with this tricky forecast. It's our mobile device, the KPAX Storm Tracker weather app. You can get on-the-go forecasts from our weather team. It is free. Download it in the Google Play or the App Store. 2 people were taken to the hospital, including a Missoula County Sheriff's Office sergeant after a crash yesterday. The office reporting Sergeant Gordon Schmill involved in the crash at mile marker 136 on I-90 in the westbound lane. Sergeant Schmill was parked on the shoulder of the interstate with his emergency lights activated. He was preparing to assist in an unrelated crash when he was rear-ended by an oncoming vehicle.
When he looked up and he could see that a vehicle was spinning out of control, basically coming right at him, and a microsecond to sort of brace himself, but he was struck pretty firmly from the rear of his vehicle.
Sergeant Gordon Schmill and the motorist went to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Sergeant Schmill is expected to make a full recovery. This crash is now being investigated by the Montana Highway Patrol. Authorities are reminding everyone, if you have to drive in these conditions, please slow down. If you see emergency lights, slow down and proceed with caution.
And just be aware that you need to move over as far to the left as you can, safely do so, and approach with caution, and just be aware again that something is going on, and to try and be very vigilant, especially this time of the year.
Another example today, a motorist crashed into a Missoula County snowplow on the interstate. Frenchtown Rural District said on its Facebook page that roads are slick, so remember when approaching an emergency scene to slow down and move over to allow crews to work. With huge snow systems in our forecast, snow blowers and shovels are flying off the shelves at Ace Hardware as people prepare for the onslaught. Ace Hardware is keeping up with the high demand and hype that the heavy snowfall brings, as snow shovels are hauled off by the dozens today. We spoke with the floor manager, who had several recommendations of things you can buy that will keep your property safe during harsh winter weather.
It'll keep traction sand in your rigs. It helps weight down, as well as if you get stuck, you've got something to bust out and throw under the tires to get a little bit of traction. Depending on the structure you're living in, a roof rake might be a necessity. Heat tapes, things like that for keeping gutters unfrozen. We do stock those. They're another product that comes in twice a week, so we should have ample stock.
In fact, Ace Hardware has increased the frequency of its shipments to make sure they've got enough stuff to go around as this storm approaches. Well, we're all getting a blast of winter, not just western Montana. Freezing temperatures are sweeping across the northern half of the country. Wind chill advisories are in effect for much of New England, New York, and northern Pennsylvania. In fact, International Falls, Minnesota hit a record of 37 degrees below zero yesterday. DeMarco Morgan is in Erie, Pennsylvania, where even more snow is piling up on the 5 feet that has fallen since Christmas Eve.
For thousands of people pummeled with snow in Erie, Pennsylvania, there's no rest for the weary.
No sleep, work 36 hours straight.
Plow drivers like Dave Wander are struggling to make roads passable.
This is probably the 10th time we plowed this place, and they're just, you keep plowing, it's nonstop.
But where the plows are failing, children and neighbors have stepped in. When this car got stuck in a snowbank, strangers pulled over to help get it back on the road.
They looked like they needed some help, so we thought, why not?
Sisters Azare, Melizia, and Madison McCall are trying to make the best of it.
We haven't had a winter like this since we were little kids, and it just feels good to be playing out here again.
In New York, a state of emergency is in effect for Oswego County after they were blasted with more than 5 feet of snow.
I've not seen this. I've lived here my whole life. We've really gotten hit this year.
Firefighters in Lorraine used bulldozers and shovels to rescue a woman who was trapped in her home by a 6-foot snow wall.
It's freezing, we're cold!
Much of the United States is also getting blasted with bone-chilling cold. A bridge became partially stuck in Green Bay, Wisconsin because of the frigid temperatures. And this is the Grand Haven River in Michigan. In Minnesota, temperatures dropped to 40 below zero in some parts, and Minnehaha Falls turned into an ice cave.
It feels like your skin is going to be on fire. It hurts after you're out there for a little while.
The good news is the airport is now back open, and that means we're headed in the right direction and making progress. But it's far from over because we could get anywhere from 5 to 10 inches of snow over the next couple of days. DeMarco Morgan, CBS News, Erie, Pennsylvania.
So it can always be worse. Another drug raid in Polson. Polson Police Sergeant Gordon Simpson says Flathead Tribal Police, with the help from the Polson Police Department and the Lake County Sheriff's Office, executed a search warrant on a Polson home yesterday afternoon. Simpson says officers found marijuana, meth, heroin, LSD, and a lot of drug paraphernalia in that home. Those who were inside at the time of the raid have been charged with multiple felonies. CSKT and Montana Child Protective Services removed juveniles from that home. Whitefish Mountain Resort welcomed Olympian slopestyle skier Maggie Voisin back to her hometown today for its annual Ski with Maggie event. Voisin is taking a break from a rigorous training schedule leading up to the 2018 Winter Olympics in Pyeongchang. She says she hasn't been skiing much while at home, but spent the day with skiers and snowboarders taking laps down Chair 2. The kids spent an hour skiing with the 18-year-old Olympian before heading to Ed and Mully's bar and restaurant, where she took photos and signed autographs. Voisin says that competition is important for her, but ultimately, skiing with the kids on Big Mountain and remembering her childhood is even more special.
You know, as a skier, medals and all that are, to me, are very important, but at the end of the day, I also want to, to be able to inspire the next generation and just a bunch of little skiers, and it's good for me to have a day like this to really remember and see all these kids and get them excited, and I mean it comes from my heart that it means a lot.
In Sochi 4 years ago, Voisin was set to become the youngest U.S. athlete to compete at a Winter Olympics since 1972. She had just turned 15 years old, but she fractured her right fibula in her leg in practice on the day of the opening ceremonies. Americans hoping to save some money on their next tax bill are trying to hurry up and hand over money before the new year. But there's confusion over the just signed tax bill that has many wondering whether all the effort during the holiday season could end up being a waste of time. John Schumo is in New York to help explain.
Throughout the nation, long lines have been forming at tax collection offices. The reason for those lines?
Wanting to prepay my real estate taxes.
Oh, sure.
Americans who own an expensive home or live near a big city like Atlanta or Dallas, or in a high-tax state like California, Massachusetts, or New York, are scrambling to see if it makes sense to prepay their 2018 property taxes. The reason being, the tax overhaul signed last week by President Trump puts a new $10,000 limit on the amount of state and local taxes people can deduct from their federal tax bill. Even accountants, though, aren't always sure whether prepaying in 2017 will prevent the bigger hit in 2018.
There is no one answer.
The IRS posted an advisory on its website that basically boils it all down to this one, still somewhat complicated sentence: a prepayment of anticipated real property taxes that have not been assessed prior to 2018 are not deductible in 2017.
With the bill being passed in December, you only gave the average person approximately 2, maybe 3 weeks to make an informed decision.
Here in New York, Governor Andrew Cuomo went as far as issuing an emergency order a few days ago allowing for prepayment of some property taxes. That may not help everyone, though, as some towns and counties have announced they're simply not equipped to calculate the payments in time. John Schumo, CBS News, New York.
There are critics of this Republican-led tax overhaul that insist the cap disproportionately affects higher tax blue states, states that for the most part did not support President Trump in the 2016 election. Well, still ahead here on KPAX, we lost a lot of notable people in 2017. We'll take a look back at those who died this past year. Coming up after the break here on KPAX.